Okay, we're live. So we'll get going. You're on Onlo. You're in Onlo, I should say. There's the map. If you want me, I can make it bigger again so you can do some more looking around, that sort of stuff. Get rid of that one. They're not there. Okay. So at present, you guys are investigating over here around this, the portcullis and the various defences, the bars and that have been destroyed, bent, rent, whatever you want to say, and that is how whatever or whoever or however many of them have got in and have left by the looks of it. But that's the last thing you found. It was, yeah, it was mid to almost lunchtime, sort of ish. Yep, this house over here. Yep. And that one was a little bit different to the others, if you remember. Okay, what do you remember being different?
One of the servants was killed, which basically hadn't happened before, meaning that either somebody had spotted something or somebody had fought back.
Right. Because up to this point, it had just been all the elders that had been taken out, nobody else.
It was the whole family.
And the full guard too.
And the guards that were on guard down by the river. Yeah.
Right. I think we made the assumption that they were just in the wrong place.
Yeah. Okay. So if you remember too, that there is an elder who lives out on a farm. He's been sent for, and take guards sent out to him to try to keep him safe. And there is just one other elder in the main hall house. Okay. Okay. So Risto, you guys, yeah, no, you left the inn. You're all, I think you're traveling as a group now. Did you reconvene?
No, we had not reconvened.
Okay. So, okay, so let's say you reconvened at the side of the river. Okay.
Well, what do you have in mind?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are certain things, especially people like me, can do that will never find out some information.
That seems our best way. So.
Yep. You did.
Why is it I'm finding it very hard to hear?
Fun.
Wait, someone was talking?
Dave was just talking his plan out.
I can't hear. I didn't hear a single word.
Sorry, Dave. Well, you do have the, I don't know whether it's you or not, but you do have the icon for muted mic on your thing in the Hangout.
Maybe it's just going through the Roll20 app.
Whoa!
Is that better?
Whoa.
There goes the echo.
That is some prime echo.
My mic should be off in the Roll20.
Yeah, got lots of echo now.
Sorry,
Can everyone hear him?
That could probably be me. I turned it on just to see if I could hear him through Roll20.
Okay. Can you try again, Dave? No, I'm getting echo.
Right, I've just disabled voice
Cool.
Oh, there we go. That sounds all good.
Ah, we're ready.
in roll
Yep,
20.
Yep.
sweet as.
Right. So my plan was, I need permission from one of the elders to do some stuff that I can do to get some information about who or what may be doing this. And also I found a piece of burial shrouds on the grating that they came through. So we may have a very unpleasant situation in town. And I want permissions before I proceed, because I don't want to get strung up in this hick town.
Mm-hmm.
For
Okay.
heresy
Get
or
strung
anything
up.
like that.
Oh, Lincoln, you're echoing again. Sorry.
Ah, great.
I don't know what it is, matey.
So who's using speakers rather than headphones?
If someone's using speakers instead of headphones, then everyone else should echo as well, and not just Lincoln, right?
Yeah, well, I can hear myself talk when. I should say I can hear somebody else is coming through with my voice.
Same. Ish.
Okay. Oh, we'll just have to keep struggling on, guys. It's annoying, but we'll try to sort it out. This didn't happen until Josh got here. No, just joking, Josh. Okay, guys. So you're heading off to the elders. You make out to the long hall to the elder.
I'll stay behind to watch the hole in the bridge and see if anything comes in, leaves, changes.
Okay.
And saying that I'm not going to be standing too close, I'm going to be ready to run if anything does change.
Okay.
Might hang out with them.
Okay. So the two thieves watch that place. That's all cool.
So what happened? What's happening?
Risto is heading off to see the elder to get some permission to do something. The two thieves are hanging around the grating to see if anything changes.
Didn't we see something in the water as well? Or is that...
I'll go off to the elder as well.
Okay. The only thing you saw by the river was...
We just followed tracks there, right?
Yeah, there were some ill-formed tracks which Patrick, he couldn't identify really clearly because it was all muddy and like it had been, you know, there's water and all that sort of stuff, so it was very hard for him to actually determine what it was, but he guesstimated that it was human or humanoid-like, but on the smallish side.
Yeah, I'll go with was it Risto was going to the things?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rightio.
I'll go with him.
Okay, so while you two go off there, can I get Orvo and Elena to give me a wisdom check, please?
And it is a prime.
Right.
Not a prime. Never mind.
Okay. No, that's okay. Okay, Elena, you're watching around there, and you sort of just you know, looking at the area really close. When you suddenly realize there's something just under the water by the bars. It's not a big thing, it's something that seems to be flowing, moving.
Okay. Well, I'll do the old throw caution to the wind and sort of try and get a closer look, see if I can sort of discern what it is, if it's an object or if it's a thing.
Okay, well, it kind of gives you the impression that it's you know how you see sort of weed waving in the water.
Yeah.
It sort of is that motion. It's not weed, but it's something else. You're not quite sure what. It's sort of a dull-ish color is the best way I can describe it, in the dirt of the water and all that sort of stuff. And it would roughly have, as it's sort of weaving and floating and moving, not floating, but, you know, doing its thing, it would roughly be the size of, it's really hard to tell, but a tall youngling, perhaps.
Okay. So, am I silly enough to be carrying a quarterstaff? I think I am.
Okay. We're checking that. Risto, you and Raquel get to the hall. Of course, there are heaps of people around, but of course the elder has, everyone knows that because you've already had that little confrontation that you're on this job. So you're allowed to, with of course a lot of grunting and snorting from his own security forces, that they'll be coming with you and protecting him and all that sort of stuff. They don't trust anybody, all that sort of hoo-la-la. So you finally get to talk to the elder.
Would it be possible to speak with you in private, as this may be a very delicate matter and I do not wish to alarm anyone? The last thing we need is a panic in town.
He says, well, I think we were getting far past that point, but as you have helped us in the past when you were here last, I'll grant you this favor. So he tells everyone to leave.
I'll leave with them. This is
Okay. Yep.
I'm not going to leave unless I get specifically asked to leave. I don't know what's going on.
Right, well, when the guards are far enough away, I'm going to fairly quietly show him the piece of shroud. So we found the way that they've come into town through a grate at the river, the little river. And this was hanging on it. I assume you recognize this. You know what it is.
I do.
So we may have a case of the living dead coming in and exacting revenge on some town elders.
Okay, right. Well, he is obviously shocked and horrified the fact that his lead holy man is dead and his replacement is gravely ill, and the I can't remember what I called it, the tercet, the third one is barely knowing her herbage lore without anything else. He says, what should we do? He's very panicked at this, by the way.
Well, there seem to be picking off the elders and the whole.
Why the elders?
Those potentially responsible for having anyone on trial and exacting a sentence, passing a sentence. I don't know.
The worst case thing I dealt with in the last month would have been, I don't know, Tunic and his cow eating on his neighbour's ground, and having to pay a few bartering items in recompense. And Tunic isn't dead.
It may also be a case of, it could be many things, but I mean, it could just be a case of an enemy of yours through some dark ritual wanting to exact revenge on you people through this means.
So he leans in very quietly, because you've talked to him before, and he says, are you talking about those, and his voice gets really hushed, elves?
Possibly.
Oh my, and he goes into his full sort of thing and grabs for his holy item and starts saying, please, can we lead us in prayer? What do we do? What do we need to do? How do we shore up the defenses? What do we do against these creatures?
We need more information, obviously. And I have a plan, a way that I could get some information, but I want your blessing on this.
What's your plan? Anything.
The wife of the elder who was murdered last night did not have her tongue removed. She was, in fact, only strangled. May I have your permission to speak with her about what happened? Who her assailant was?
What do you mean, speak with her?
Through means of magic, people like myself can The dead are not completely beyond us. We can speak to them.
Okay.
But I want your permission.
Okay, so what I need you to do is give me a wisdom check, please, there, Risto.
Where's
Sorry,
the character sheet
not a
gone?
wisdom check, sorry, a charisma check. I beg your pardon. A charisma check.
Oh, come on.
Is that a prime?
Yes.
Okay.
Take a
He's
small
really
step
not happy about it at all. And
Neither
he
am
asks
I.
you, is there anything else you can do that doesn't, doesn't mean that you engage with the dead?
The only other thing that, as far as I'm aware, we can do is gather you and the final remaining elder in the most defensible location and guard you day and night and sit and wait.
Wait for what?
And for whatever is doing this to come for you.
Oh, well, perhaps you should talk to her then. His resolve pretty much melts pretty much when you say that.
And, you know, if it were just a ghoul or a risen corpse or something, we might be able to stop it. If it was some sort of ghost that come through the walls, I'd rather know in advance of time. So I think you're making a very wise decision. I do not like doing this myself. I'm very hesitant about it, but I'm afraid we really do need the information at this point.
So where should we do this? Should we do this at the Holy Tower? Would that be the most protected place?
Out of character, where would Risto think would be the best place? Would it not be best to do it where she was killed, because that's where there is still the strongest connection to her?
Yeah, Risto would make that connection, yeah. And if anything, Risto would know that because the tower is dedicated to not his deity, where he's getting this power from.
I'll be resisted there, yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely do this at her house. It has the strongest connection to her spirit. That is where I feel we will get the best results.
When do you need to do this?
I would like to do this as soon as possible. I would have done it already, but I wanted your permission first.
He calls over the guards. He assigns 2 guards to get you to where you need to be quick as possible. They are to protect you. They are to wait outside. They are not to interfere with anything. They are just there to protect you and follow your command.
Also, do you have a few more guards to spare to keep watch on the river grate where we know that they came in at least last night?
change some. If that's where they're getting in, we can take some from other areas. Actually, we might take some from other areas and put them around me more. He says absent-mindedly.
I would not bar the thing back up, because then they know we've discovered it, but I would keep watch of it, so we might be able to see and have some advanced warning when it's coming.
Right. Okay.
It seems to be very capable, because the guards that were nearby were all taken from behind without having seen or heard anything. There was no sign of a struggle.
So it's a ghost, do you think, he says? An invisible ghost?
Probably not.
He starts worrying now. He tries to start plying you with questions about which particular undead it might be. And of course, you don't know, so it's like...
I would be speculating if I was to comment on that.
You must have some idea. It seems like he wants to engage you in this communication now, this discussion.
This is why I need to speak to the wife.
Oh yes, speaking to the wife. Yes, of course. Yes.
She was strangled, so undoubtedly she'd seen it.
Yes. Okay.
I shall return as soon as possible.
Make sure you do. Okay. You turn and...
I bow and do the whole, paying proper respects thing and...
Thank you, and let's leave.
Rightio. So, meanwhile, back at the grate, what are you doing, Andy? What's Alina doing?
I don't have a stick or anything like that to prod whatever it is that out. I'm going to once again do what Lena does best, and I'm going to throw caution to the wind And just sort of, reach around and grab whatever it is.
Okay. You grab something, it feels soft, extremely flexible. You grab and you pull and it seems to resist. But it's not doing anything else apart from resisting you.
What's up? What you doing, man? What you doing, honey?
So it's physically resisting me, or it just feels like it's snagged.
It could be snagged.
Well, if it feels like it's snagged, I'll yank it free.
Okay, after a few yanks, what's your character's strength?
10.
I'm going to need a strength roll, please. Yeah, not good, huh? I don't think this is one of your primes.
No, it's not. Where the hell are we?
Okay. So
I'm
Elena
warfare.
loses grip and slips and falls flat on her face in the river.
Yep, that sounds like me. The same
So,
going up
yeah.
the staircase to the house.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly. So, but at least this time you're hitting water, not a concrete floor.
Yeah.
Or wooden floor. Although it looks like something has attacked Elena and it's trying to drag her under. What are you doing?
Oh shit! All right, I'm grabbing out my flat set and diving in.
Okay. You dive
Try
in.
and help.
It's not actually that deep. It's only about 3 feet deep, so you're able to get some ground and pull Elena up. You can see whatever it is, it's just a bit upstream from you. She's only moved down about 3 or 4 feet. But do remember, this river does take you over the fall, so you don't want to drift too far down. So you get it back up onto land, spluttering a little bit. But
yeah, exactly.
apart
As
from
soon as
that,
I'm
you're both
capable
wet.
of saying it, god dang, I slipped.
You all right?
Yeah, just trying to grab whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
Pointed out to him.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Just stay here. Rest up. I'll go have a look.
Rest up. I just slipped.
You never
Dry
know.
off?
You never know.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Okay,
go
Orvo?
charging over after whatever that
Yep.
thing is
Yep.
down the side of the river.
Rightio. Like Elena, you can grab hold of it. It doesn't do anything to you. It feels a bit soft and spongy, and it does resist as you pull on it. But
Okay.
like she surmised, it's probably actually snagged more than resisting.
Okay. Is the water like clearish, or is it just like
It's a
murky?
bit murky. It's a bit murky. That's why you sort of can tell it's a sort of a dull color, but that's about it. You can't really make out too much of it. It's not that good a detail.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a shake around, see if there's any like nooks, if it's knocked on anything or anything like that.
Okay, can you please give me, so you're not directly tugging on it, you're trying to manipulate it.
Yeah.
Wiggle it. Okay, give me a dex check, please.
Dex check. Okay.
Nope. No, you can't seem to lodge it free either. Where's Patrick, by the way?
I'm going to say that I've stayed by the river.
Okay.
Been
Right, Patrick.
quietly chuckling to myself the entire time watching this exchange.
Right, yeah.
Climb up off the wall that I was leaning on and give me a go then. Move over to the side of the river and proceed to try and pull it out. Whatever it is.
Okay, right, Patrick, you need to make a, so if you open your character
here we
sheet,
go.
this is going to be
the Hulk.
easy.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
this is the Hulk trying to dislodge like blooming an ant.
I know. Right, here we go. So if you look on your character sheet, you've got a check thing there. You just push that against your strength because your strength is a
Against
prime.
strength?
Yep. Okay, it comes away relatively easy in Patrick's hand, as we all knew it was going to. Okay, Patrick, you hold up another cloth that's very similar to what Risto took off with. The only thing different about this cloth is that you can, once it's out of the water, you can see it in a bit more detail. You can see a bit that's been ripped off. You can see a bit that's been torn, probably where you've just taken it from whatever it got caught on. It's got some sort of lace work around the ends of the arms and the bottom hem and the neck. And it has 2 initials embroidered into it, AW.
Right.
Got it. Nice work.
Yeah, here you go.
All
Turn
right.
around.
Well, then we really need to get this information to someone that really would know.
Yep.
Okay, so Patrick's standing in there holding this thing up. Elena is sort of shaking the wet off. Orvo is standing in the water next to Patrick. When Risto, you come back with your group.
Is this the time for swimming, really?
Cannot wait.
We caught something.
Say, who the hell is AW?
That might be a good.
What do you mean?
Question.
Hold up the piece of fabric.
Yeah.
There was something else hiding down there under the grate.
Oh. Well, come with me and
It has initials on it.
Hmm.
And it's quite lacy, as you can see.
I was about to say, it's a woman's bloomin' negligee, not the burial shroud as we originally thought. Dang.
No, it is a burial shroud, but it definitely has a feminine bent to it.
Yeah,
Climb up out of
and
the grate.
like I say,
And
we
quite
could
likely a
try and-
fairly well-to-do female by the looks of the lace.
Could
Mhm.
be.
And who the hell is AW?
Let's go find out.
Mhm.
Okay. So you trudge over to the house where the woman is, the body is being wrapped up right now. So you might have to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be
Right.
terribly happy about that, but you know.
I need everybody to leave the house for a few minutes.
So
I'm
the
talking
guards,
magic. I'm out.
The locals.
Later.
To the locals. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the people that are doing the wrapping up and
okay,
everything.
so yep, so the guards usher them out under your command.
Wait outside.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you hear, pay no attention to it. Focus on the outside of the house.
They sort of look a little bit disturbed, but sort of nod quietly. They look like they're a bit more peaceful standing outside than being inside right now.
I almost want to test their resolve on this one by, screaming or something like that and seeing if they come running.
Right, chaps.
The boy who
No,
cried.
I'm waiting outside. Screw this.
Go Raquel, the gracious fighter. He can
brave
jump on a
warrior.
bloody wyvern, but he's worried about this.
No, I
Yeah,
think
magic
there
weirds
was
him out,
something.
no-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there was also something that spirits need to be sort of honored and things like that. Not
Yeah,
So this might be sort of a bit of anti that for him.
yeah. All cool. Okay. Rightio.
Chaps.
So you're in the chat. Yep, you're in the chamber.
I have a plan. The wife,
Well-
unlike all the others, was strangled. She did not have her tongue removed. And through my god, I have the power to speak with her if she's willing.
Oh, well, that's nice. I'm out.
It's a bit creepy. I don't like doing it, but if you'd rather be
no.
outside, you can
I
be
was about to
outside.
I'm going to go take a certain pair of initials, go find the captain of the guard, and I'm going to ask him who the hell is AW.
Yeah, I'll join you because there's no way I'm sticking around with the magic.
So, can you talk to any dead?
Beware the Hooba Doob.
I don't think so. Out of
Oh,
character,
so
I can't. Can I
I've
just like
read it.
corpses
No, I've
and-
just read it. There is actually, apart from an alignment difference, that's the only thing that makes a difficulty. One only speak with dead spell per week can be used on a corpse. Apart from that, matey, you've got the chance to ask several questions of the corpse, but they answer in, of course, their own language and what they knew in their own life. The answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. And yeah, that's about it, really.
In that case, I want to go find out who AW was first, because then I can ask, was it this person? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go find out first who AW was, so I can ask if it was AW. You guys good with that?
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But
So
when
just
we
so you
walk
got a rough
back out,
time with it.
leave the house as it is. We're just preparing some stuff before we do what we need to do.
Well, cool.
Make sure no one goes inside. It could disrupt us.
All right.
Question, guys. Who's got some of the dragon teeth?
I've got most of the wyvern teeth.
Can I grab one?
Yep.
I
Nice.
thought I grabbed a tail barb.
Yeah, we grabbed. Hang on. Yawa treasure. So, between us, we managed to get 3 stingers and 6 large teeth, and 6 arrowhead-sized teeth.
And I've got a whole head to make into a helmet.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just grab one and try wheeling it down on the way on the walks.
I don't want to take
Okay.
a
It'll
stare.
take a bit more time than that, but you still can use it quite nicely just to stab.
Yeah, I just want to have.
You want to put a hilt, yeah. You want to put a hilt on it and all that sort of stuff, and make a proper
Yeah.
handle. But that'll take a bit of time. But you can start on that now. Yep.
Yeah.
What are you using to do that with?
I'm just holding one. I'll just use my flat chip. Just one of my knives with the dragon tooth, just to sharpen it.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
Okay. Good. Okay. Rightio. So, where are you wandering to, gentlemen and ladies?
Well, back to the Elder, I would imagine.
Also, please let me know if there's stairs on the way, because I'm going to be focused on this, so I don't want to fall down anything. You guys don't
Actually,
mind.
I'm gonna ask the whoever's in charge of the guard outside the house.
Mhm. You are. You're in charge of them.
Well, yeah, whoever of them is more senior or all of them, I don't care.
Yeah.
Who in town knows everybody? The innkeeper.
The innkeeper would know. The elder would know. Probably the lead
Captain
captain.
of the guard. Well, the captain.
But he's out. He's gone out to gather the other elder.
Right, guys, let's go have a nice stiff drink before we do this and ask the bartender.
Okay. Right, you go to see your mate. I've forgotten his name. Sorry, we did give him a name last time.
Kim.
Kim. So you walk in and Kim's all bright and cheery. He says, Risto, you want some of the finest?
Something strong. Doesn't have to be very fine, but something strong.
Okay, rightio. Says, so how about you and your little group stay here tonight and you protect the inn and I'll give you food and lodgings and a couple of drinks for free.
I think we may have to stay at the castle with the elder tonight. I would very much prefer to stay here. But we don't know yet. But thank you for the offer. We may very well take you up on it if we can.
All right. So how are you paying for those drinks then?
Good question. What has Risto got?
I'll plonk a bird amulet on the table. One of the ones
Okay.
I've been carving on the trip.
Yep.
Risto's
Okay.
poor. Risto's got nothing to trade.
Okay, no, that's all cool. So can I get a intelligence check, please, Linda? Oh, fuck. Okay, rightio. He says, well, this is some pretty fine work. Okay, so what he'll do is you've got a little bit of a tab going at the end, Linda. I'll tell you when it runs out. So if you start ordering, it's going to run out quick, obviously. But so
I'll give him a wink. Thank you very much.
right, okay. So you all get a round of drinks at least.
Yes.
So, Kim,
Yes. Kim.
Do you know anyone in the town with the initials AW? Any women?
Ooh, AW.
Or people that used to live in the town?
Oh God, he says, you want okay.
Or people that used to live.
He says women. So how old would they have to be before they died? Does it matter?
No.
No. Okay. Well, he said there was a wee baby that was born, and he gives you some Annika, I don't know,
Whitehead.
Annika, something starting with that. Wolski, Annika Wolski. He's thinking for a while. He gives you a couple of men's names.
Probably
Annika Wilski was a baby, or
Yeah, a baby.
how
Yep.
like real babe or
Died at birth.
died at birth. Okay, this shroud would have been too big, wouldn't
don't mention a shroud.
No, no,
please.
no, no. It was more of a question to myself.
Okay.
The size
It
of the
was
shroud would.
The shroud was an adult or a youngling sort of size.
Yeah.
An almost grown person. And he really thinks hard, and he thinks, I really can't think of anyone else. That's and just have one more roll. Okay. Then one of his barmaids, who's been listening, naughty girl, she says, what about Aniki Wolvolder? And Kim goes, oh shit, that's right, that old witch. Yeah, what a battle axe. She died about a month ago.
How old was she?
Old bird, old. She'd seen many, I don't know, more than 50 summers.
Tell me about her.
Real crotchety old one. Had a bit of a thing about having some sort of status. Her husband was next in line to be one of the elders. So she, and she wore that as a bit of a badge of honor, and then
Her husband's still in town?
no, he died shortly after. She died. They lived just out of town. So he's actually describing, when he says that, he's describing like it'd be just up off the map here, at the top of the map, where they are, where their farm, they're just outside the walls.
Okay.
Yeah. The Waldovers, the Wolders. I'll put the last name in. Yeah. So if anyone needs to use it in write-ups, here's her name. And that's his name, Haim. Woldwalder and Aniki Woldwalder. Yeah, so she died about a month ago. She just died. It wasn't anything unusual. Although the old guy, what's that happened to him? Yeah, the elder couldn't work out, the holy man couldn't work out how he died, but it was in his sleep. Yeah.
Are they buried in the town cemetery, or? Well, no, people get burnt here, don't they?
They get
out of character, right?
Most of them get burnt. Yes. Said no, she didn't get burnt. She got buried in the on the farm.
Okay.
Haim got burnt. Aniki came from out of town, so she followed a slightly different custom.
Ah, that's why.
She come up from
I'm
the
gonna-
north, I think.
I'm gonna. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna steer the conversation away to more pleasant things and make him forget that I was questioning him about stuff.
Okay. Rightio, so you regale, and you guys get to hear a few more of the more funnier tales of what Risto and Kim got up to when Risto was here, about some of their more amorous adventures,
Some
about
of our
the
practical
time,
jokes on people.
all that sort of stuff. And a good hour goes by before you sort of leave. Is that sort of what you're sort of thinking?
More like half an hour.
Half an
So
hour.
like
Okay.
5-minute questioning, 25 minutes, just the one drink. And I say, right, thanks, Ken, but we've got some stuff to do.
Okay.
We better get out there and solve this crap.
Yep.
Okay.
I was having a good time.
Yep. So you, as you're leaving, you can see that you're in the early part of the afternoon.
Right, let's hurry the hell back to the house, guys, because I think we have prime suspect.
Let's go.
Rightio. So you go back down to the house. That takes all of about 15 minutes at the fastest. Get into the house. No one's tried to get in. Or several people have tried, but the guards have turned them away. They actually had to take out their because they've all got some quarterstaffs and just a hunting knife or something on them, but they've had to use the quarterstaffs to sort of prod and push people back. You come back in. You, Risto, several of the people there are a little bit upset that you're stopping their work, their business, and they're going to be talking to the elder about how you're obstructing the business.
Feel free. You'll be able to do your business in about 10 minutes, but this is priority. You can take it up with the elder anytime. It's fine.
But he won't talk to us. He won't see anybody.
That's unfortunate.
So Risto has a bit of a smirk on his face as he goes into the house, perhaps. I don't know.
He saw me and he gave me permission to do this, so I'm good.
That does not help their mood any. Okay, so Raquel, Raquel, you are staying outside again with the guards?
Yep. I don't
Okay.
do magic. Nope. No.
Rightio.
Me too.
Cool.
Anyone?
Okay.
Although I will threaten those people who are arguing with Risto.
Okay, excellent. You look at them with a mean, growly face. That should be enough to actually chase them away a little bit.
And yeah.
Don't worry, Risto, I got your back. I'll head inside with you.
I've got your back. I've got the dagger ready for it.
I follow up close behind.
Yeah. Okay.
So, who's joining me in the house?
I am.
Risto, Linda, Patrick, and Orvo, by the sounds of it.
Cool.
Because if you remember, Eska is up in the tower tending to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I get ready. I do a little prayer to the woman and to, her spirit, hope that she's well, that she's going to do well in the afterlife, all that, pay my respects, be respectful.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We hope you're doing really well in the afterlife because we're about to yank your spirit out of that and
try to save your town's friends. There you go.
I'm dead. What do I care? Anyway, sorry, you're saying.
I'd rather have friends in the afterlife. God damn it, woman.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I do the old speak with dead spell.
Okay, so you light the candles, you start doing the incantations, it's very moody. There is a soft breeze that starts to move around the room. The candle light dims, but the candles will still grow. The candle flames, if anything, actually grow bigger, but the light dims. It gets a bit, for those of you in the room, it gets a bit darker, a little bit more quieter, a little bit more colder, and you can see the light parts of the bed covers sort of gently sort of being blown about a little bit as if there's some sort of wind there, but there's no wind in the room. And then you sort of, okay, I need everyone except for Risto who's in the room to give me a wisdom check and tell me if you pass.
Not they're going to run out screaming, are they?
I pass. I've got a prime.
Yep.
That's not my prime. I fail.
Okay, and
It's a
Patrick, is the
prime.
wisdom yours?
Yes, it is for Patrick.
It is.
Okay, righto, Orvo. I mean, the other two, you feel the presence, and you get that moment, sort of really heavy, hard, fast heartbeat, but you're able to sort of swallow it and push it down into your chest and just stand your ground. Orvo, you start to becoming overwhelmed with the intensity of the thing, and you start moving away and until you hit the wall, and you start to slide into a corner and start cowering down, trying to find something to hide behind.
Shit. Is there is there anything in the room?
No, there's nothing. Well, there's a presence, but the thing is, you have this.
Not the presence. Like, is there like a desk or is there like a table? Or...
She was strangled.
You dragged the table and you're holding onto the lamp on top of the table and you're hiding behind it in a corner.
Yep,
she was strangled in bed, wasn't she? And she's dead in bed, so you could probably hide under her bed.
No. No. Thanks for the idea, but no. I'm staying here. I've got my dragon tooth and my other knife out as well, kind of just.
Rightio. And you're still holding onto that lamp because you can use that as a weapon too.
Yes.
Yeah, and that little table can be pushed over and can shield you for a little bit.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, but the thing is, while you've got all that going on, you still had that interest in being here. So you're sort of caught between that hard place. The fear is overcoming you, but your curiosity is sort of fighting the fear.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like, I should stay, I should go. I should stay, I should go.
Yeah.
The curiosity of the rogue.
That's right. So Dan and, sorry, not Dan, Linda and Patrick, you're standing your ground, although you can feel the ripply effect of whatever the presence is. You are in the presence of a dead person. You're in the presence of their essence, their spirit being brought back into your realm, which is a significant thing, just so you know. But you've overcome that initial fear. You're just being able to stand your ground and just observe what's happening. You might not, depending on what happens, you might turn tail and run too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it quite a lot at this point.
Right, you are scoping out, is there a window I can get out really quick? How close am I to that door?
Yeah.
Is it locked?
Is there a
Sort of
window on this floor in this room?
Yes, there is. There is a window.
Okay, I'm going close to that.
But that means you leave the comfort and safety of the corner.
No. I'll take the desk.
Radio. So that's what Orvo's doing. Okay, Risto, back to you. You finally have completed your incantation. You have set out all your signs and sigils, and you believe that the essence, the spirit of this woman has returned to her body.
How long do I get? How many questions do I get roughly? Do I have an idea?
Several.
Of that, or... Okay.
Several. At least 2, possibly more. And I need to roll that on my phone, so I need to know how much. Okay, I know how many. There you go.
What's her name, by the way? What was the woman's name again?
Wilhelmina.
Last name Harker.
Uh-huh. Okay, rightio. Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina, do you know, did you see who or what killed you?
Okay, the mouth trembles a little bit and opens, and you hear a rasping intake of air, and it's really quite loud in the room. So loud, Orvo, that you've got to stop moving because it's getting really overpowering right now. You're hunkering down under the table. Your eyes are just peering over the lip of the table as you've got it on its side. You've got the, okay. Yes. That's all you hear. You also hear a small whimpering sound from behind you guys.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm disregarding that. I'm in the zone, man. I'm in the
Right,
spell.
okay.
This is the first time I'm like, this to me is like excitement because I've never done a spell this powerful.
Yep.
Was your killer Anarchy Walvolder or her husband him?
Can't breathe. It's so
I wonder why.
round my throat. Can't breathe. She's hurting me. Who is it? Who is it? It's her. Yes, it's her. That's all you hear her say. At the moment.
That's pretty good, guys. You know, is that good enough for us, or do we keep going? Or
Wilhelmina,
oh shit.
was she a corporeal physical presence or was she a ghost?
Oh, the hand's so strong. And you start getting these deeper bowel moving sort of sounds, groanings coming from the body. Although you can see the body shuddering a little bit.
Oh shit.
And the arms sort of shoot up and grow for its own throat as if it's trying to take something off its throat.
Okay, shit, I'm out of here. I go out the window. This
Okay, so you guys hear a loud
Guards are gonna
noise as
freak.
Orvo bashes through the shutters. Okay, Orvo, I need you to give me a dex check as you roll out onto the roof and possibly fall off the roof.
Yeah.
-2, so you're okay. You got 20. Okay, you managed to stop your descent and hang on the edge so you don't fall off and fall down. So you're hanging around about 6 feet from the ground, so you can drop safely now.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay, you drop safely, but your body drops a bit further because obviously your knees are a bit weak and
Yes.
you're blinking. There's a whole lot of people that just are looking at you like quite sort of, what's going
Roll a
on?
charisma, man. Just walk it off cool as a cucumber.
Is everything okay, Orvo?
So we'll leave it there and we'll go back inside. Okay, where you go, Risto?
Steve, I'll
Yes.
actually walk up to the window, poke my head out. Sorry about that, and shut the shutters.
Okay. Well, one of
Oh,
them's
you
sort of
can-
hanging off a bit, but yep.
Best that I can,
Right.
so people can't see it.
No, they won't. They're on the ground below you at the second level. Okay, Risto, what are you doing? With that light coming in, you feel a wavering of the spirit, the essence, as if it's drifting back. So you're going to have to call it back
Okay.
because it's broken some of the enchantment. As the
So
the candles
that's-
start to die down a bit and flame.
It's a bit more ritual and stuff, or
Yeah, the lights sort of are coming up. It's getting a little bit brighter. It's a little bit warmer. You can feel her presence starting to drift back to where you.
I try going back into the original ritual bits and trying to, as you say, pull her back.
Okay, it takes a little bit of an effort, but you manage to get back into that deeper state. I need Patrick and Linda to give me another check, please. You both get a +2 on this, though, because you've already succeeded once. Wisdom check.
Cool.
This time, Patrick, it's too much for you. It must have been when the hands came up and tried to do whatever it was doing with the, it's a dead body. Dead bodies aren't supposed to move.
I'm gone. That's it. Downstairs, out front door.
Yeah, so Patrick just departs extremely quickly.
I shut the room door behind him. Sheesh, men in there wussiness.
Okay, so Linda's the only one that walks up closer, and if she could, she'd probably go in and poke things, say, what does it happen when I do this? No, she won't do that. She's just
With
observing.
a stick, maybe.
Yeah.
She's used to magic. She's fine with
Yeah.
it. She's like, ooh, interesting. I wish I could do that.
Exactly. Well,
Right.
no.
Okay, so the two of you are there now. Where you go, Risto?
Wilhelmina, Was her husband with her?
No, only her hands, only hers. And sort of the arms are sort of still shaking a little bit and little, just shuddering a little bit up around its neck. Can't breathe, can't breathe.
Wilhelmina, we shall avenge you and your family. We shall make it right. We shall let you breathe.
Release me.
We will. I release her.
Okay, radio. And as she goes, she says, she is not where I'm going yet.
She will be soon.
And sort of that's where she just leaves. Yeah, and you can tell the candles go down, the temperature rises a bit, the light comes up.
So what's that
the body
magic of
just drops.
divine? Linda's currently asking that.
all very academic for Linda.
Sorry, what did you ask? I kind of missed that. So,
Was that your own magic, or was that divine magic?
that, my friend, was the power of the gods.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Never fuck with the gods, because they are powerful.
Cool. Okay, so what are you going to do now, Risto?
Tidy up.
Oh,
Right.
damn, I forgot to ask her one thing. Can we
Oops.
borrow some money to pay for our drinks in the inn?
Don't forget, you're in the house. There's things that you can take for barter.
Yes, which is what I'm going to look for really quickly.
Okay, you see a couple of nice glasses that look really good in the tavern.
Didn't somebody cast detect magic in there and find out
Yes,
that there was
it
a
was
feeling
me.
magic
There was a nice dagger and there was a nice dress.
and a coat? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Linda's willing to wear the woman's dress or not, but I say, that dress is magically enchanted.
So you're stealing now.
No,
We're borrowing with an intent to keep.
we are.
Oh wait, the thieves aren't in the room. They can't put up a.
We are
Compensation?
taking in order to use to avenge them.
So we'll be informing the guards that we will be borrowing these items and returning them upon completion.
Well, the one I'm thinking of is the little magical knife. I'm not telling the guards, but I will be telling the chief.
As long as the chief is informed, I do not mind.
Is there a little? There's no coins, are there? No, there's no coins
No.
in this.
So you pocket the knife for now. What about the dress and the coat?
Not just the knife, because I guess from my teachings as an apprentice in the dwarven, clerical school,
Mm-hmm.
I know that undead you sometimes need magical weapons, not just like simple weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a magical weapon present. So
All good. Okay. Rightio. You two leave the house. I don't know if you pocket any glasses at all, Risto.
I will clean up the mess that we left behind to make sure the body's back in the same position it was before
Yes.
it moved.
yes,
And everything like that. Pretends we didn't do anything.
Right.
candles gone, candle wax gone. Just
Yep.
Nobody needs to know what we didn't do.
Except for the two people who could be blabbing right now.
Except
Hopefully
for the guy who just jumped out the window.
Yeah. Okay, so you leave the
Urgently
house.
needed some air.
Yeah, you leave the house with Orvo decidedly animated, talking to Patrick. Patrick looking a bit paler than normal, not really paying that much attention to Orvo. Raquel sort of looking very disinterested. I don't know what Elaine is doing.
Me,
Hmm.
I'm trying to look as uninterested in everything that went on in the house as possible. Like, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I
well,
go to Olga, go, like, what happened? Why'd you jump out a window?
I go over to Ovo and Patrick and I say That was the power of the gods. Don't speak of it. Or you
Oh,
will.
Listen,
okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. That's fine. Let's just keep it at that.
That
Don't
never
speak
happened.
of
That
it.
never happened.
And respect your gods, always.
Yeah.
Which ones? Sorry. Just like
All of
the
them.
general. All of them.
Don't have to worship them all. You have to respect them all, because you've just seen
Okay.
their...
Yeah, sure. I can respect. I can respect.
respect
just
is
get-
different
I
from
just-
fear.
I
just
think
get-
Orvo can do that too.
I just get out my daggers and start sharpening,
Right.
and I just walk off, just
Okay.
muttering, "It was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing." Respect your
Okay.
gods.
I'm
I
managing.
think you may have broken him.
As long as this doesn't turn into a they're all infected moment for us later.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do now, guys?
I want to go back to the chief, the remaining
Mhm.
elder.
Right.
I feel I need a drink. I'm going to get a drink.
Maybe,
I think the big,
maybe.
I think the chief's big castle will have as much drink as the inn, and there we
believe they
probably
had
don't have to
food.
pay.
Sounds good.
It'd be coming up to dinner time, and Raquel's
It's
hungry
now
just
sort
standing
of
around.
mid-afternoon, so you're talking like 4 o'clock-ish. You've got about 2 hours before it becomes dark.
Do we know how far out of town that woman lived?
As I said,
Just
at
out
the
of
top of the map, yeah, just outside the walls, just a bit further north of the map, so up sort of here. You know,
Alright, well,
I'll blink you to it. Up sort of there somewhere.
I say if we know what it is, or we know where she was buried, we just get our move on.
No, I want to get permission from the elder first, because I don't want to mess with somebody's grave without permission.
And this bitch is messing with our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, Risto.
Still, I'm going to. I told the boss that I would let him know.
Radio. So you fill him in on the details. Well, how much of the details do you fill him in on?
I ask again if we can speak to him privately, and
The
I
guy
ask
gives
if
you
the
an
elder-
incredibly sour look, and over his shoulders, the elder's there, and the elder tells you, brings you forward, and say, "Let the man through! Let the man through!"
Question: is there any drinks around?
The elder sort of looks a bit odd, and he sort of looks over to where there's some ale sitting over there, and he just points there.
Thank
So
you.
They can.
He grabs
They can-
Risto and sort of moves him quickly away, and he sort of says, "So what have you found?"
I'll follow Steve.
Yeah.
We discovered in the river this piece of shroud with the initials AW. We investigated and found out it was probably the burial shroud of Anarchy Walvolder.
Wolvolder, that old hag.
We discovered that her husband was in line to become an elder, but didn't.
Yes,
And
he
she was quite
died.
uppity about it. I bet she was
Yes.
spiteful towards you because he did not become an elder.
Well, she died before him, but that's not why he didn't become an elder.
But I'm betting she was spiteful towards you that he didn't become an elder sooner, because she sounded like she had a bit of a thing about.
No, that it was Chaim's issue. He was, let's just say, he was rather free with his hands. If you get my drift.
Yes, but I'm
Surprised.
betting she's holding a grudge against you guys for the fact that he did not become an elder, and she was not the wife of an elder.
Possibly, I don't know, but I don't know about that. But it was his impropriety with several young ladies that.
I then spoke with Wilhelmina, and she confirmed that her killer was indeed Anarchy Walvolder.
He sort of gets very quiet about now. Clutches onto his holy symbol. Sort of leans in.
We shall proceed to where... Actually, I need to go first to the Holy Tower. First of all, out of character, would my character already know how to deal with the situation, or would I need to go and look it up in a book?
The
Undead 101 from clerical school?
Well, the problem is
Which
you're
I
a
did.
cleric of nature,
Mm-hmm.
not of the undead side.
Okay.
So you have an understanding about the undead.
But it's very basic.
Yeah. And the books that you might read in the tower would be all attributed to their god's teachings, which would be meaning that you'd be studying another religion, which is something you wouldn't do.
Okay, so we just basically need to go investigate and see what we find at her burial site.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens.
Let nature take its course.
Oh, God.
Yes.
And by nature taking its course, I mean me shillelaghing her head into like a small pulp.
Or I could put her through my sword.
Right. Okay.
Right, we will need to
Forgetting
have
the
a quick
little-
bit of dinner because we haven't eaten anything all day, and this is hungry work.
Are you trying to make it dark when we finally get out there and encounter this thing?
No, I want to eat, and I need you guys to have a quick stiff drink so that you don't go running off every time that something happens.
Yeah, Raquel's very tired from just standing
Come on,
around.
man.
I'd
Before we
rather,
leave the
Raquel
elders,
I'd rather just not have to encounter this in the dark.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so you want some lanterns, do you? You want some
There's
lanterns?
food in the hole. I
Steve,
grab a
before
beer.
we leave
I
the
knock it
elder,
out.
I'll inform him that we are borrowing the dagger of
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
Helm Wellfolder, because we might possibly be in need of magical weapons to get rid of the undead. If you could supply any extra men or preferably magical weapons, that would be much appreciated as well for this task.
They
Wait,
didn't,
wait,
he
wait,
didn't
wait,
know
wait.
that there were any magical weapons, and it's not Haim, it's one of the other elders. But he didn't know that he had a magical weapon. But if you need it to kill her, then use whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do to remove her from this blight from our land.
So we
Wait,
have
guys,
your
what-
permission.
Yes,
to
yes.
Deal with her. Okay.
Do whatever
Guys,
you
what-
need to do.
What are we doing? Sorry? Can you
I
repeat?
think we're killing someone who's already dead, which
Oh,
is
sure.
Can't kill us while
And then
it's
why
dead, we are
can-
just
why can
burying,
I
burning them.
automatically see,
Well-
is it Orva or Risto that's the one that's severely panicked at the moment?
Yeah, I just pictured that as a film moment. I could see you there, Daniel, and that whole thing coming across like really intensely on the screen to be cool.
Yep.
No, but even worse is it's like, we're going to go kill something that's already dead.
Yeah.
And then I can just imagine in the back of his mind, but then it can come back again. I've seen it.
It's happened already.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 minutes time, you get some food, a beverage, and you wanted some lamps to take with you. Is that right?
Yep, a couple of torches to start a good fire.
Yeah.
I need
Some
a
extra oil.
Yep, I need 1 or 2 flasks of water. I'm going to cast Bless Water on them.
Uh-huh.
I'd like
Make
to
some
have
holy-
more than one beverage, just so I'm like a bit tipsy, just to get through this.
You have 5 minutes to stuff your face.
Okay.
yeah, I'll do the same. I'm not liking
He has
yours.
5
Ever.
minutes to, and his head is already in the keg.
Yeah, especially if this is your last dinner and you don't die, you want to make it an enjoyable one, huh?
If you comb her out, I'll use you as bait.
No, wait.
I'm walking out with a pitcher of beer in one hand and half a chicken in the other.
I have enough that I'm not like.
You're not going to be rip-roaringly drunk. You're just going to be.
No. I'm just gonna be
Pleasantly
on.
numb.
Pass it off in the morning
I'm,
or something.
yes, I'm gonna be on my game.
Right,
A little Dutch courage, right?
right. Okay, so who's taking a lantern with them? And these are basic lanterns. They're a lantern on a stick, like a 4-foot pole stick.
Well, how many do we need?
They're oil. They only have a radius of like 20 feet.
Well, it's not dark yet, is it?
No.
No matter
we
what time, I'm
have we have like an hour and 45 minutes left of light.
Roughly. It would take you only about 20 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I'm taking a couple
Get our-
of torches that are not
Let's
lit
get
yet.
our move on.
How many lanterns are there? I'll take one if no one's using any.
Okay, radio. The oil is like an animal fat oil, so it's like a tallow. So it's
Yeah, I can hold one and
Yep.
slash with my other arm, can't I?
Yep.
A pitcher of oil. Anyone can carry a pitcher of oil. So you can start a
They
good fire
probably
quickly.
wouldn't give you that much oil because that's a heck of a lot of oil.
Or
They've got to
a
think of the
small
resources
amount
as well.
of like start a fire.
A flask.
Yep.
Grease
He does
up
want
the
her to
flask.
burn quickly, doesn't he?
If that's what it takes.
There you go.
He does want her to burn in hell, doesn't he?
In
Okay,
hell, you don't
so-
need oil to start a fire.
Well, on
No.
Earth first before hell.
Right. So, guys, you form yourselves up. So if you look to the side where you are all standing, so if you could all organise yourself heading sort of southwards as to your marching order,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
just get Isco out of the area because he's not there. So you two abreast or whatever it is you want to be. It's up to you. There's no you're not in a little narrow corridor or anything right now. So
I'd prefer to go in the middle.
Yeah, so that's the
Right.
marching order downwards, right?
yep, downwards. So Orvo's in the front. Oh no, not Orvo.
Nope. Nope.
Patrick Risto's in the front right now.
Patrick's usually in the front with me.
Yes, he is.
Okay, then,
Patrick,
go. Yep,
and
okay.
we're not just saying that, Josh. Patrick is usually in the front with Risto.
Okay.
He's the one that actually spots stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe I'm somewhere behind you guys, but not in this time.
Amazing,
Well, you know.
guys.
Ghosts do usually attack from behind, so feel free
Yeah.
to guard the rear.
Even more reason to be up the front.
Risto.
Yeah. So what
Okay,
he's saying,
sources.
what he's actually saying is there is no good place.
No.
No, I'm saying is I don't want to be at the back. If you want to be at the back, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't
And I'm
care
just
where I
saying
go.
it to mess with his head.
Yeah. Okay, rightio, guys. So walking out that way, as I said, it takes you about 20 odd minutes to get there. You've got about an hour worth of light to have a look around. You get to the gate. It's a low stone wall of around about 3 feet. Within the wall, you can see some land that obviously once was tilled, but is starting to be overgrown with some weeds and stuff. There are a couple of buildings. There is like a half stable with like a basically a stone wall up to about 4 feet. Then it's got some wood, and then it's got some thatched roof. That doesn't look like to be too bad. Then there's the little cabin sort of thing, and it's pretty much a standard sort of house. It's only a single floor thing. Then there's a small barn, and I do mean a small barn, like something that you could fit 2 cars into, which is quite a small barn for this time. And then you can see behind the house, back further, there seems to be some small little other structure, probably made of stone. You're not quite sure. It's something you've never seen before.
Is there
Can't quite guess its purpose.
Is it a meat house?
No.
The shitter.
That's the little. If it's built out of stone, is that a little mausoleum?
Could be what
What's
we're looking
it
for.
thing?
Well, it sort of resembles, like, I guess Risto might. So, Risto, do
Or a
people get
tombstone
burnt
or
or
something?
buried in your culture?
Mm-hmm.
Do they get buried or do they get?
I don't know, the dwarves.
Up to you. You choose. It's your
Make
culture.
Well, under mountains, you don't have that much wood kicking about, but you have a lot of places to bury people, so bury.
Okay, rightio. So this reminds you of a tomb.
Yeah, of course, dwarf lords have grand, massive, fantastic-looking tombs.
There's a lot
This one does seem to have some embellishments on the front, so it's probably a tomb of some sort or a mausoleum of some sort.
That'll be her tomb. Is there like a stash of firewood anywhere?
There would be around the back of the cottage, yeah.
Raquel and Ovo, can you guys set up a nice little pyre somewhere nearby, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okie dokie.
With firewood and prep it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nap. Oh, yeah. I'll go off and look for it. There's still light time, right?
You've got
Yeah.
about an hour, but I mean, there's
You-
wood around. You can easily do it.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm right behind.
You've seen like around the back of the house, there's a supply of firewood for the stove
Mhm.
and all that. So
So what do you want? Like a little teepee?
Yeah. You could easily build a fire of around about 3 to 4 feet high, and with a radius of around about 3 or 4 feet.
Mm-hmm.
A nice little wooden pyre bed.
Yep. Right. So by the time you got that, it's around about half an hour before. And
In the meantime,
yeah.
myself and Lindo and Patrick are going to approach the tomb and investigate.
Okay.
That's cool. Are you guys good with that?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Elena
So
is
what
going
is
to
it,
climb
Tom?
on the main house roof and is going
Right.
to keep an eye out.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So this is where our body will be.
Hopefully.
So it is a
Okay.
meat storehouse.
So you walk up to it, and you
Carefully approach it. I'm
Yeah,
going to fire
so-
off a detect magic as well to see if there's any magic-y funky shit going on.
Okay.
When we get
what's the
nearby.
range? Yeah, what's the range of that spell? Because I think it's got a limited range.
I don't know. I need to open the Dropbox thing to get the
Sorry,
book.
I've got the book
And
here.
I'll be looking around and make sure there's nothing too out of the ordinary.
Rightio.
Something
So
that's-
can I get a wisdom check, please, from Elena and from Patrick? And you'll detect magic. So tell me if you guys pass or fail. Because I'm looking in the
What's a
book
pass?
instead.
There's a 9 and an 11, so both fail, I think.
Okay. So range is 50 feet times 10 feet? What is that? Oh, 50 feet long, 10 feet wide. So you can get within 50 feet of it before you have to, that's how far. You've got to concentrate for 1 round in the path to detect it, and you have a duration of 1 turn per level, so that's a turns to minutes per level.
1 turn per level, so that's 2 turns.
Yeah, so that's 20
That's
minutes.
very
And you can keep that spell going.
Oh, so it's 10 minutes per level.
Yep, because a turn is 10 minutes. And
okay.
I believe you can keep the spell, how I'm going to read it is you can keep the spell going, but the problem is for every spell you keep going, if you can keep it going, you reduce your movement by half.
Okay.
And if you want to cast another spell, then there may be a roll to cast multiple spells.
Well, I mean, you can keep it running, but not focus on getting any information from it, right?
Possibly. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. So anyway, on your first thing, you do a detect, you move so that you're sort of covering, so from 50 feet away.
Actually, one more question. How does that then work with, say, like a defensive spell that lasts for 20 minutes?
Well, this
like
isn't
a protection spell, or
this is
no. If I fire off a protective spell, before I do this,
spell will just last because that's what its purpose is.
Okay.
This is a utility spell of information, so technically you could keep it going, but if you need to do anything else, it could interfere with the rest of it. A defensive spell is meant to be there while you're doing other things.
Yeah.
So at around about 40 feet, you can see that this building is around about 15 feet tall, is about 15 feet wide, but around about 25 feet long. It would appear that you're at the rear side of it, so you're going to have to walk around to see the front of it. As you walk around, you're detecting, and slowly, obviously.
Before we do the detecting thing, as we start approaching, I fire off protection from evil on myself.
Okay. How long does that keep you going for?
I think it's a turn per level as well, so 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. Okay. So, what's your normal movement rate?
And then I do the detect magic.
Yep.
But that one, the protection just runs, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
My normal movement is, dwarf movement is, what is that, 20?
20. Okay, so that's 10 around at the moment. So that's going to be 5 rounds before you can get around to the front. So 5 rounds later, you're at the front. You can see the entrance, and you've detected at this point no magic, apart from that knife that you have.
Mm-hmm. No, the knife I've given to which one of the rogues? I'm going to give it to Elena because Ovo went out the window straight away. So
Okay, well then you won't be able to get the knife because it'll be too far away.
Yeah. I've given the knife to Lena. I've said, you know, you might want to be able to use this if it comes to a fight. This is a magical weapon. It's probably going to be better.
Okay. Rightio. So you're at the front now. You've got another 15 rounds of the spells going. What do you want to do?
I open the door.
Okay, you get up to the steps. You have a look. It's got about 4 or 5 steps up. It's quite, for a human mausoleum, it's quite grand. They've sunk in quite a bit of resources to build this. It has some writing on it that, if you can read common, or say something along the lines of "Here lies Aniki Walvolda, faithful wife," and it has "faithful" in bold.
She is bitter.
Yeah, faithful wife, servant, with the capital servant sort of stuff, to her community, protector of those who cannot speak for themselves. Goes on very much like this, very, like you're saying, it's a bit of a bitter little sort of testament.
Yeah, delusions of grandeur and bitter.
Yeah.
Delusions of adequacy.
So
is Patrick nearby, Steve?
yes, he is.
Patrick, is there any tracks going in or out of this tomb thingy?
Okay, so first of all, Patrick and Linda, did you both fail?
Yeah, I got
Oh, no,
11 before.
Pat 11. So okay, so Patrick,
I didn't roll.
Oh, can you roll, please, in wisdom?
Okay.
So
Sorry,
Patrick,
you asked me to roll. That's why I rolled.
oh, sorry. No.
I failed anyway.
Right, you both of you get a +2 on your rolls. So
In that case, Patrick makes it, I think.
No, he's already added a +2 there, I think.
Has he got an 11 or?
He's got an 11, but he's got a +2 as a modifier. Oh, no, that's his level. So no, that's okay. So yeah, so 13. So Patrick, no, you can move in there. Make a check, another wisdom check, please, for tracking. Linda, you suddenly get the heebie-jeebies and stop. Okay, so no, Patrick, you don't find any tracks that you can see. Mind you, your attention is a little bit divided, sort of being a bit expectant about what you might find behind these doors. Linda, you get up to the base of the stairs and then suddenly
Steve, when I start feeling uncomfortable or stop, odd, take a step back, feeling normal, take a step forward, odd, back, normal, forward, odd, until I get used to it.
Okay, you're sort of stuck at the you're stuck at the base of the stairs. It's like
taking a step
something,
up, step down.
you can't even put a foot on the first step. You make a move to go up, and you can't even put your foot on the first step. You get an overwhelming sense of this is not going to be good. This is going to be.
I walk around.
Really...
I want to see how big if it makes a circle, a square, a triangle. What is this?
No. I mean, you can touch the rest of the mausoleum. You just can't get on that first step.
Yeah. Can I go round, or how close to the mausoleum can I get? And I want to. I believe it's something magical. I want to figure out what it is.
Okay. Well, Risto can tell you he's tried to detect magic and he's found no magic.
Yeah, I'm keeping you guys up to date, especially you, Linda, on what I discover with detect magic.
So it might not be magic. It might be something else that you have to overcome.
That means shit's about to hit the fan.
So, Risto, you and Patrick take up the steps. You're at the door. Patrick and Risto, can you please give me a wisdom check?
Yeah. Hey, Laser Lips, your mama used to be a snowblower.
While this is happening, where are you, Orvo and Raquel?
Oh, yeah.
We were
still making a fire.
Oh, so you're making a nice big fire. Okay, you're making a huge
done?
Or...
Yeah, we're overdoing this thing.
Okay, so you're making a big fire. You're just keeping on adding as much wood as you can to this thing.
Yep.
Okay, rightio. That's all cool. Are you watching in any particular direction?
I have faith in my teammates.
I'm looking around, definitely.
I'm about to say I'm full 360ing from the top of the house.
Okay, Elena, can you give me another check, please? Wisdom.
Nope. And it is a prime bin. That's with nothing added to it, so I do make it.
Okay. You can see the sun nearing the horizon. It's going to be dark in about 15 minutes. You can from your vantage point, you can see people locking up in the township. The gates are being locked. People have got lights on in their houses. The shutters are being shut. Kids are being pulled in. It's that usual paranoia stuff. Animals have been locked away, all that sort of thing. And you're sort of aware how isolated and alone this group is.
Yeah, grand, isn't it?
Do you want to tell Orvo that, or do you think he doesn't need to know?
I don't think that he needs to hear that right now.
Okay, rightio.
Respect the
Okay.
gods.
Steve, if I can't make it up the steps anymore, I'll
What are you
get
going
more
to
comfortable with it.
do? What are you going to do?
If I am completely and utterly unwilling to push myself to get up there and ignore
What are you
this
doing
horrible-
to try to push yourself?
This shit ain't real.
He cuts himself.
But the problem is, Linda, you know it is real. You've seen the evidence.
Yeah, I have seen the evidence, except the last time that I had this sort of feeling, the dead thing was just talking. It didn't do anything to actually harm me. It just creeps the crap out of me. So most likely it's going to be something freaky in there that I can run away at a later date.
Okay, so
At
you're
the
trying
first-
So how long did we have left?
I'm more curious about what's about to go down. If shit hits the first
Okay.
sign of something hostile, I am out of there.
rightio. So
Well,
you
that's good to
are
know.
at a -2 with everything right now, but you are slowly, tentatively moving up the stairs. Patrick and Risto, you're at the doors. You can see the lights.
I have my
playing.
weapon and shield drawn and out.
Yep. Yep.
I have a pouch of a flask of holy water, a couple of them ready to go as well.
Rightio. Well, you can only carry one in your hand at a time, but that's
Yeah, I know,
okay.
but they're on like my.
As you two
something
move
else.
towards the door, both of you are aware that the seal has been broken.
Do we have any light source up here? And
Not yet.
how afraid of light are undead? Does anybody know?
I'd say, have you ever encountered one before?
Ask the guy who knows magic.
When I see the seal is broken, I shout for Raquel and Alvo and Elena to come this way.
Oh,
Not onto the
Okay.
thing, but come nearer. Get ready.
Okay, so
What,
Raquel
do you want
and
me to
Lena,
fire
you can go
or-
over there. Orvo, I need you to make a wisdom check at a -2, please.
You're
Oh,
right,
no, you
Steve.
failed. -4.
I could
Minus
go
4.
over there, but I'm not.
Okay. Orvo is sticking by the fire, and he's got a torch lit, ready to chuck it into the fire.
Yep, and I've got the lantern as well with me.
Yeah, rightio.
Steve, the fire is my retreat point, and I'm going to step out of line of the doorway. So if something does come out, it's not going to see me first.
Rightio.
I'll support you guys, but just from over
I
here.
trust in the magic guy. I'm going to go out with my sword and shield.
Okay. Well, at least you got another fighter there. That's good.
And I'm still maintaining my little vigil from the roof.
Okay,
Let's
Risto.
go,
It looks like only Raquel came over.
Let's go.
Fucking coward
wait,
rogues.
hold on.
Always the rogues that. leave you
I'll have my sling and sling bullets out because we all know that if it can down a wyvern, it can probably down a corpse.
And of course, blunt weapons are more effective against skeletons. Should it be a skeleton?
Right.
But not quite as effective against zombies. Should it be a zombie?
Okay, so, gentlemen,
Fuck!
are you going to
Zombies!
open the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
You
Does it-
swing
seal's been
the
broken
door
and-
open.
Okay.
As the light goes, Elena, as the sun dips just below the horizon, you are now in twilight. The only light that you've got anywhere else is Orvo holding the torch, and he's lighting the lantern right now. So he's got a torch in one hand and a lantern in the other.
I
So I'm back at the campfire, aren't I?
Yes. You're ready to light the fire.
Steve, obviously,
Yes.
before opening the door, I've got several torches, right? I give one to Linda, I say light it, and then I open the door.
Okay.
I'll put my
Once
shield
it's lit, I open the
Wait,
door.
wait. You gave it to who?
Linda.
I'm not holding
Who
a lit
is-
torch.
Patrick,
I give it to
he needs
Wolfo.
2 hands for his bow.
Okay, so Linda gives it to Patrick, who holds it.
I kind of shrug, holding my bow up with 2 hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'll grab it. I'll grab it myself, and I'll use my shield and a torch to beat this thing to death with.
Okay.
I was going to offer to take it.
No, I'd rather have you have your shield and your sword. You're better with them than I am.
Okay, the door swings open. It's dark inside. Really, for you, Risto, it's dark. For Patrick, it's dark and a bit creepy. For Linda, it's eerily dark.
I cast lights in there.
Deeper in there, Linda. For Raquel, it's an open door with some shadow in there.
Guys, what's happening?
For Orvo, the mouth of hell has just been opened.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he doesn't actually exist. Oh, gods. Protect me.
Okay.
You.
Risto, are you stepping in?
Hell yeah.
You step
What was
in,
that?
you're on a
Yeah,
landing,
Yeah.
and you realise that this thing goes down some stairs. So you climb up, you're on a landing, it's got some very basic artistic elements to it, and then it goes down some stairs. So it actually goes into the ground.
I follow right behind, and is there any torch scones or anything like that? Or any type of light that could be lit inside the tomb?
No, you've got the only light source, Patrick. So, which is really good to remember, because Risto has, I think, night vision or dark vision or something.
Yes, I have dark vision.
So he can actually see with some light, or very little light, whereas you can't. So
just got the one
detect
torch.
the light. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Risto's got the light. That's right. Okay, so Risto, you move down with Patrick behind you or beside you,
Mm-hmm.
and Linda and Raquel, or Raquel then Linda. Okay. So Raquel, I just need you to make a wisdom check, please.
Steve, Steve, I'll look everywhere, up walls, backwards, every few seconds.
Right. Is it a prime, Sid?
No, God, no.
Okay. So you enter with no effort at all, really, and then as you start to descend the stairs, there's a sense of unease coming on you, yeah? And with each step, you sort of hesitate just a little bit more, and you sort of, but you're still moving forward, but you can feel something rising from your gut. That,
Guys, I think I'm going to puke.
no, it's and then you suddenly, by the time you're on the third or fourth step going down, because there are around about 12 of them, and Risto's sort of almost ready to jump off the last one.
Should have drunk that last beer.
Yeah. What you can tell. Oh shit! Sorry, I just had a look at that picture.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry.
I've put down the lantern. I've got out a knife right now. I'm trying to, just practicing stabbing at this.
Right, practicing stabbing in the dark. Rightio.
Yeah.
So we know what's happening with Orvo. Rightio. By the time you get to the fourth step, you suddenly recognize what that feeling is. That feeling, you don't really feel it much. It's called fear. And it's starting to grow in your gut as you keep on going down. You still got control. You're a warrior after all, but you can feel it grow.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, you take. Yeah.
Fire
Okay. Patrick and Risto, you are almost at the bottom. You can see in the bottom, you go down about 10 feet, 10, 20 feet. Yeah, about 20 feet. And it opens up into a small 10 by 15 room. in it is a stone casket.
Does it look like it's been recently opened?
Is there anything in there?
I'm not opening it yet. I want to see if it's been opened
Yeah.
first before I open it.
No, from where you're standing, it doesn't seem to be anything.
Any trace of anyone leaving recently?
Okay, give me a check, please, Patrick. Do a a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
You sort of stop Risto and say, you can sort of make out some prints on the ground, on the stone. It's almost like it's possibly river sand. It's very faint.
Yeah.
You can see it leading off to the right of the stone casket.
So I kind of just tap him on the shoulder and just point right. And whisper that way.
Okay. Okay, can I now, Raquel, I need you to give me another wisdom check at a -2, please.
I think that's just a natural 20 would. Anyway,
I think something like that, yeah. Close. Okay, Raquel, you can't bear to put your foot on the floor of the chamber. You stop at the top, at the bottommost stair. That's as far as you can go, and you are fighting your fear.
Do I notice that he's at his limit?
I can't put anymore.
I think I do when he's whimpering like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can hear him panting, sort of stuff. Linda.
Okay, I turn to Raquel and I say, "You hold the stairs. Don't let anything pass."
Sure thing. So you don't want me to protect it all the way back up there?
Okay.
If you want to turn your back to the casket, sure.
I could walk backwards.
Yeah, Linda's behind you, I think. Linda, what are you doing? What you doing, Lincoln?
How is there room for me to get past comfortably or not?
You can. Remember, you're at a -2 at everything, but you're pushing yourself forward.
Yep. Because I want to see if I come across the same fear. I'm stopping at the doorway anyway, except I want to see if there is more unreasonable fear. If I run screaming in horror, or
no, it's like you have that sense of dread and fear in you, but as you said, you're applying your mind principles to fight it and try to logic your way through it, but you still are at a -2. So you can alight off the stair if you wish to, but you are very trepidous in doing so.
in which case I'll stay back behind Raquel.
Okay. Rightio,
I'm going to
Patrick.
start
I'm
praying
kind of really
out loud.
tempted to give him a shove.
That wouldn't be good. Okay, Risto starts chanting something, guys, which...
Yeah. Whatever I think is the most suitable prayer against the undead or for the dead or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to start... I'm calling on my god, for like...
Which is interesting because you can only challenge animals, not undead, because that's what you chose.
Yep.
Yep. So I
just...
need Raquel, please, to make a roll at a -4 of wisdom.
Just out of character, I remember. What's my favorite enemy?
I don't think we've assigned one yet, matey. Okay, Raquel, you feel you've got to come up a couple of steps. Sorry, Patrick?
No, that's all right. I just wanted to check what my favorite enemy was.
I don't think we've had that picked, so you might want to pick that after tonight's episode.
I'll have a think about it.
If you
You have encountered the No Mores, which are a bunch of savage bestial humanoids. You've encountered some red orns, I think. You've encountered wyverns and wolves so far, apart from normal animals.
You never shot the little stumpy-legged people because nobody got a chance because they got bombed by Linda in the first round.
Isco with the shout.
Oh, Isco.
Yeah, the shout.
Yeah, but I mean, so
brilliant.
you've got a couple to choose from, but you might want to do it after tonight. So, back to the group. So, Raquel, you feel the need to go back. Linda's behind you, so you can move aside and go back up a couple of steps.
Bump into her, like not realizing people are behind me.
Yeah.
You don't really need me. What can I do against magic?
Right,
I'm just a
Linda,
dude
I
with a
need you
sword.
to give me a wisdom check at that -2.
And it's not even a magical sword.
Steve, I'll be doing the whole, it's okay, you can protect me. You're a big, strong man, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, make your
Look
roll.
at Patrick, he's got bigger muscles than me.
So, the wisdom and the charisma. Both are primes.
Okay, at a -2.
No, that's not with the minus in, because you can't
Okay,
work that into the roll.
You're saying that as you're backing up at the same time that Raquel is backing up. You don't even realize you're backing up until you suddenly realize because of the whole mind thing that you're doing to yourself.
No,
and then
no.
you sort of stop after a couple of steps.
She thinks
Patrick.
she's moving forward because I keep moving with her.
Uh-huh. Patrick, I need you to give me a normal wisdom check, please. Patrick, you're steadfast. Okay. Radio, Risto, you started doing some sort of intonement chanting.
Yeah, I just want to
Patrick,
feel it, make myself a bit more comfortable, sort of call on my god that makes me feel better about things.
You're about the only one in this team that doesn't have to do anything. Possibly Patrick might be the other one coming up.
Patrick's just OP. His stats are sick.
I know. So if you had anyone, that's the one to take with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's indicated that.
Do I notice
right.
that the other two that Raquel's backing up?
A little bit, yeah. Along
Raquel,
with Linda.
Stand your ground. Don't abandon your post.
I'm gonna try. If I have
I'm gonna try and persuade him with. I'm gonna do a charisma to make him, give him like a stern command, like stand your ground.
Okay, well, we'll just let him.
That's a prime as well.
If he was an NPC, he'd be staying exactly where you want him to. Unfortunately, he's a PC, but he stops.
Hitting myself trying to keep my. Come on, harden up, man.
So you hear Raquel do all this. Okay, as you're intoning, are we going to the left or are you going to the right where Patrick indicated the tracks went?
I'm looking to the right where the tracks went, but I want to. How far are we from the coffin?
You're about 5 feet away from the base of the stone thing.
Does it look like it's been opened?
Not from where you see in the moment.
Patrick, ready your bow.
Pull an arrow out.
Steve,
can I put the torch in the hand that I'm holding the shield with?
Yep.
Because the shield is strapped to my arm, right?
Yep.
Put the torch in that. Grab a holy water
in
my other hand, and I'm gonna try and shove open the coffin.
Steve, just before that happens, I just realized that Patrick is down the bottom of the stairs, and he ran or was not able to get into the house where we spoke to the ghost. Or I was the only one left in the house. And he's handling this a lot better. So there should be some form of effects that's going on. There should be no reason for me to be more afraid than he is. I try and dispel. Yep. I try and dispel.
Okay. Are you going to take a step forward?
Yep.
You're logicking your way through this.
Okay, right. Linda, you drew up level with Raquel.
There's no reason to be afraid. It's some form of magical effect.
Well, that's even worse. What are you talking about?
You choose to disbelieve the illusion.
Yeah.
Illusions are easily displeased.
Yeah. Rightio. So, Risto, you go to the stone coffin. You try to move the lid. You are not strong enough. It's going to take you and several other people.
Okay. In that case, let's proceed towards the tracks. Patrick, keep following. If I can't see them, I'll have Patrick point them out, and I'm going to proceed that way. How big is the room that we're in, by the way?
10 feet wide by 15 feet long. By about 8 feet high.
Can we not see where the tracks are? Because I'm near the middle of the room.
It's very faint. It's only sand. It's only sand, so it's and against the stone. It's not that
Yeah,
easy
but
to see.
I must be able to see the far side of the room.
No, you can see mostly around, but you can't see the top part of the coffin because obviously that's out of sight yet. So you get halfway up when you suddenly realise, Patrick, can you please give me a D6 roll?
A D6.
Anything but a 1 the team wants you to get.
Oh, you had to say it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so Patrick, you're not afraid. You're not surprised. So you can give Risto a warning. You gently tap him on the back and indicate to the top of the stone sarcophagi, whatever you want, whatever we're calling it. What you see, Risto, is this bony hand reaching up and over, and then another bone, and then you see this head coming up over the top head of the coffin. It looks like a slightly decomposed head of an elderly woman. And it looks at you and snarls.
As soon as I see
largest
slightly canine teeth are sort of visible. Yeah, you can. Raquel, and you need to give me a saving throw, please, versus your wisdom at a -2.
No.
What do you want to do, Raquel? You are feeling panicked, but you choose. What are you going to do? You're feeling panicked, but what are you going to do? You choose.
He wants to. If it's panicked, if the fear's finally snapped, attack. If there's an object, if there's not, he's running.
There is that creature that seems to be crawling up from the over the head of the.
Oh, he attacks it then.
Okay, so Linda and everyone, you hear Raquel just go, "Ah!" And he starts to run. We'll go for initiative shortly to attack the creature. That's cool. Okay.
It scares me. I must kill it, and then it will not scare me anymore.
Yeah. Linda, can you give me a roll, please, at a -2 wisdom check?
Laters.
Okay, no. You are just. You're frozen. It's like indecisiveness is more than anything else. You're just really indecisive. Yeah. Patrick.
Did I hear the scream?
No, you hear Raquel shout as his battle cry. So something.
Die, beast!
Yeah. So hang on a second. So Patrick, can you give me a saving throw versus your wisdom, please? Just a normal straight saving throw. Patrick, you're fine.
OP, man.
Yeah. And now, Orvo, can you please give me a wisdom save at a -4? -4 is 8.
Hey.
Okay. Orvo, you have a torch lit. You have a fire ready. You need protection. What are you going to do?
It's going off.
Poof, you chuck that.
I'm lighting the fire.
Yeah. And are you doing anything else? Are you trying to climb up to be close to Elena or what?
Nope. No, I'll just lie down next to the fire.
Okay.
I'm going to stand in the middle of the fire because that's the safest place, right?
Yeah. Elena, what are you doing?
Well, given that I don't know what the hell has happened unless I've heard,
you hear Raquel's
something.
War cry. That's about it. You know what that means.
Oh, what am I going to do? How far away is the tomb from the main house?
About 60 feet.
Oh, you should hear it if I yelled. Right, I'm going to wolf whistle as loud as I can. And I do remember something about her husband being somewhat indiscreet with women.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to shout some sort of, what are we going to go with? We're going to go, hey, bitch, I'm one of the women that your cheating husband abused, and I'm going to gut you like a fish.
Okay.
Nice. I'm hoping like hell that she's going to come screaming straight out past everyone, though.
Okay.
No way.
We will. Yep. So we will. Okay. I'm already aware it's 10 o'clock, guys. So do you want one round of combat and then we'll finish it there for the night? Because I think I need to reveal something to you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let's,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
If you think so, then Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, hang on. I've got the removal turns clear. Okay, and I've got to add you all to the add turn. Oh, for goodness sake, he goes too far. Add turn. So I've got 2 there. Who do I need? Raquel, add turn. Patrick, add turn. Oh, I've got 2 Raquels. Hang on.
So you can die twice.
Yeah.
You could also
Add
attack.
turn.
Can die and then come back again.
Risto. Add turn. And Orvo. So that's everyone in the turn. If you click on the turn order thing,
Yeah,
you should be able to see it. Okay, D10s, guys. That's what you roll for your initiative. Oh, and I'll need to have something.
Ooh.
Damn, I don't have her. I'll just roll a number, and that's when she can go. So put yourself into in the turn order, because then I'll sort it once everyone's in there. So Aristo and Orvo. She's a 5. So just you, Risto.
Yeah, I kept putting it in, but it kept going out.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's probably because we were all doing it at the same time.
Okay, Orvo, you're up first. Outside, what are you doing?
What do you mean? Orvo is halfway back to town by now, isn't he? Well, I'm sure it took us half an hour to get here. He was only here 1 round ago. Is that a purple cape I see?
Okay,
I
so
want my mummy.
I'm gonna stay here and just be by the fire, nice and warm.
Okay. Radio.
Think of a happy place. Think of a happy
They're
place.
not going to hurl abuse at me for taunting
Is
it.
there anything that's going to set off a
No,
contingency plan?
Sorry?
Is there anything that's going to set off a contingency plan?
Anything that's, what do you mean?
Well, if you you can do a wait action. Say, I'll wait. If this happens, this is what I'm going to do. That means I can interrupt them before they get to me to do something.
If the undead comes screaming at me, I'm going to jump into the fire. There's an example.
Okay. If anything comes out of the tomb, I'm throwing the torch at it. Anything.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, Risto, you're up next, matey.
Flask of holy water in the face. That was my thing that I was ready for, to just chuck it straight up as soon as I saw bone.
Yep. Okay, make your to hit roll, please.
Is that a ranged to hit roll?
Yes, it is.
I'll use my sling thing, shall I?
Well, no, you throw a. Well,
no, but I mean, I'll use the button for my sling because I've got that set as a range.
Okay.
Well, the natural 20 alone.
Oh, yes.
20. So you hit. Okay.
And just throw the potion down her throat.
Yeah.
We could only hope.
Okay. So you're kind of surprised that you hit. The flask bounces off her head. She sort of, does that little flick. She's covered in the water. There's no hissing. There's no dissolving. There's no nothing.
Bollocks.
She just sort of looks at her tongue sort of flicks out and her teeth sort of
okay, I know what I'm doing next turn.
Yep. Okay, so Raquel, you're next. You're charging in and you are attacking her.
Yep.
Make it to hit roll, sir.
So what was it? I'm sure that this is exactly what you were thinking of next turn, wasn't it?
So Raquel, you miss. Elena.
Yeah, I'm just constantly screaming more obscenities. Come on, you old hag!
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for anything else that might be coming at me, but the contingency is essentially if she somehow manages to make it up into me, I'm going to do my grandest to just hold my ground, close my eyes if I have to, and try and stab the bitch in the chest with that dagger.
Okay. Linda, you're frozen in indecision. What do you want to do?
I don't like the look of her face, so I want to cast light on it.
Okay.
If it can't see me,
Yeah,
it
no,
can't
that's
see
okay.
me.
I need you to make a spell check roll, which is your intelligence -2. So I know it's a prime, so you need a 10 or more.
Nope.
No. So you're trying to, your brain's fumbling for the spell. You want to get it out there to cast, but your brain's, you're sort of going, come on, think.
I'll step slightly off the center of the steps as well. So just in case, if I can, shuffle to the side, make myself as small as possible.
Right. Okay, Patrick, what are you doing? Because you've got a ranged weapon and she's going to be meleeing.
Okay. Oh, she's that close.
She's around about 3 feet away from Risto, and Raquel's right on top of her. So she's only about 5 feet away from you.
I think you could take a step back and shoot arrows into her face, right?
You can try.
Take a couple of steps back as far as I can. Well, yeah, a couple of steps back and just try for a pinning shot to keep her there.
Okay, you're going to try to pin your arrow into some sort of meat, a stone.
It's on the other side. Maybe yeah.
Okay, that's going to be quite difficult, but away you go. Make it to hit roll, and it'll be requiring a -8 to try to pin her.
Okay, so which one am I rolling? Because it's two.
If you go to your longbow, and there should be a die there that you can hit.
Yes.
And we'll just take
the first one, the one on the left. The second one is damage.
Yeah.
That's too close together. That's right.
Okay. Attack with bow, longbow, 11 misses. Okay. She goes. So what she does is she will come out and what does she do? She uses her hand and she will have a claw at you, Risto. What's your AC?
Where is that? 16. Oh, I think I get a bonus for protection from evil.
Yes.
I'm just looking up the spell now.
Yep, you will. Because you're now 7 rounds into it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. Just be a sec. Yep.
Plane shift? No, that's not there yet.
Protection from evil.
Usually gives a 2.
Magical barrier around the subject, a distance of 1 foot, offering protection against 1 axis of alignment, evil, good, chaos, or lower. Only 1 protection spell can be in effect at the time. Barrier moves with the subject and grants a +2 bonus to AC and saving throws against creatures of this alignment chosen. The spell prevents bodily contact by all summoned or conjured creatures of any alignment. The melee attacks of such creatures fail and the creatures recoil from the protective magic. The protection against contact by summoned or conjured animals ends if the warded creature makes an attack against or tries to force the barrier against the blocked creature. Spell resistance can blah blah. Okay, rightio. So you've got a +2 in your AC.
So 18.
Okay. So she needs an 18 or more. Definitely not. So she sort of swings around at you with her clawed hand and moves through the air. So just so we'll keep the initiative this round. Orvo, what are you doing?
I'm still looking at the entrance, waiting for anything to come out, and if it comes out, torch to the face.
Rightio.
Just thrown.
Cool. Risto.
I am going to cast Cure Light Wounds and discharge it into her face.
Okay. So
power of the god Sota will send you to the afterlife, foul creature.
Okay, make it to hit roll. Just a hand-to-hand to hit roll. So,
which is the same, I think, as my axe, except for the damage. But
yep. Okay, roll.
I hope that hits.
Yeah, it does hit. Roll damage, please.
What is it's just a D8, or is it D8 plus level, or?
It's a D8.
It only does 1d4.
Who got the dagger again?
Always the first to die.
Rightio. Yep. There is definitely a reaction. She recoils from your touch. You can see part of the body sort of burns away and disintegrates a little bit. So she's got a sort of a chunk of her arm missing where you touched her. And the eyes, if they can get any more scarier, widen up and get a lot more scarier.
I think I pissed her off, boys.
I think you did. Elena, still holding to what you're doing?
Yeah, the insults are basically going to be, you vile cow, you're just as bad as your cheating husband.
Right.
You never had a chance.
You should be going for stuff like, he loved me like he never loved another woman.
Awesome. Okay, Linda. What are you doing this round, Linda?
Move over to the side. It looks like they're not in any major rush at the moment, so move over slightly, sit down. Where's my spell book? Look up the light spell. Now, how do you cast this damn thing? Hold there a minute. I'll just spend this round reviewing my spell to cast it next round.
Okay. This could get dangerous in this room, that sound spell. Oh no, that's thing spell. Okay, Patrick.
I wish I had sound burst. That would be awesome.
Hold on, I didn't get to hit anything.
Oh, Raquel,
Yeah,
sorry.
Raquel.
Raquel, I beg your pardon.
There we go.
Oh,
resounding blow. That's max damage, max normal damage, which is how much?
This is one-handed. Hold on, what's one-handed?
It's the
Bastard
same as a
sword.
longsword then.
D10.
No, it's a bastard sword.
Yeah, but as one-handed, it counts as a longsword.
it's slightly less strength damage, isn't it?
It's like
No.
I think it's a D10 or
Yeah.
it's a D10 or
Yeah.
a D8. I'm pretty sure. Wait, hold on, no, I've written it. It's D10.
D10 plus your strength bonus, if any.
Yeah, it's
With all my
D12
modifiers,
with
it's a
two hands.
+3.
Okay, where you go, sir. Damage.
Come
You
So
said
it's
max?
maximum damage.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, so that's 13, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. So you guys see Raquel do a massive blow. It should take her head off. Your sword goes straight for the neck, and you and your sword vibrate a little bit, and she just turns as it's almost like your sword's hit the hardest granite it could ever hit, and it does absolutely nothing to her.
No,
I don't think I've got enough healing spells, guys.
Patrick, what are you doing?
Bust this! He's running next
Take a
time.
shot.
Like,
I don't even care about anything else. I just want to shoot
Okay.
right straight at her.
Yep. And you miss. Okay, and that's where we'll stop the initiative this round. So we're 2 combat rounds in. Hang on, I'll just stop that. The only thing that seems to have done any damage is the healing spell. I'll just stop.